So remember when you were younger and you'd play on playgrounds and in sandpits, creating made-up worlds and making whatever you could possibly imagine? I've been thinking about what the equivalent adult version of that would be, and I think I've finally come up with an answer. Even better, it's readily available in the comfort of your own home and has almost infinitely more possibilities. I'm of course talking about sandbox video games. Sandbox games reignite our nostalgia for play by immersing players in unique environments to endlessly explore. So what exactly is a sandbox game? In these types of video games, there are no linear storylines as such. They allow you to make choices without being restricted to a set of predefined and rigid options. If you've spent hours in a game without progressing through the main storyline, chances are you've played a sandbox game. Players can roam around freely, interact with other characters, and basically do whatever they want, whenever they want. You may be familiar with The Sims, Fallout, or GTA 3 and 5, all of which have open world sandbox elements. But the game that quite literally redefined the genre and made a name for sandbox games is of course Minecraft. Minecraft is currently the best-selling video game of all time, with over 230 million copies sold and 173 million monthly active users. While players can choose to engage with survival or adventure modes, Minecraft's creative mode quickly took gaming communities by storm. Creative mode allows players to express themselves freely and utilise any number of resources to construct their own environments. Other games such as Soma and Dead Island 2 have implemented similar safe modes, which enable users to be immersed in their worlds without the threat of enemy danger, so that players can fully focus on creation and exploration. Games such as these allow users to engage freely in play, a concept defined by historian Johann Huizinga as an activity that is separate from real life and that represents an escape from mundane routine. Games, on the other hand, have a more formal structure and are governed by rules that dictate player ability to reach certain goals. So with that being said, can sandbox games even really be considered games at all? Or are they simply advanced spaces for formalised play? This has been an area of great debate in academic circles for the past decade, and brings us to the concepts known as paedia and ludus. Paedic worlds enable spontaneous interaction, creativity, and open-endedness, while ludic worlds are more structured and goal-oriented. It's argued by some scholars that sandbox games can't really be considered games in an academic context. This is because world emergence and exploration, like that seen in Minecraft for example, lack goal setting and progression. However, once a player decides to attribute personal goals to sandbox games, a switch is made from paedia to ludus, and the more game-like it becomes. Think about playing The Sims. The game is essentially just a fictional world that you can mindlessly explore without the need to progress through levels, face bosses, or play to an end. However, once you decide you want to build a town with 1,000 residents, have a family with 4 children, or build your dream home, only then does this sandbox game truly become a game. Even the creator of The Sims, Will Wright, has expressed his desire for the game to be viewed as a kind of virtual dollhouse, in which players can define their own goals and write their own stories. Players can immerse themselves in these worlds, becoming completely embedded and invested in another reality in a way that is meaningful and fulfilling. In these virtual worlds, norms and social expectations can also be drastically different from real life. This means that players can take liberties with their behaviour and even explore new facets of their personality and identity in supportive online communities. This is the real magic of the sandbox genre, and whether they're considered games or simply possibility spaces that enable play, their ability to enable personal expression and facilitate connections amongst players will cement their domination in the gaming industry for years to come.